I have put everything together. I'm getting ready for the first brew. Today is Saturday the 2nd of September. Seem to have come a long way since yesterday. Everything extra double cleaned, and then valves added just about everywhere, and double checked the Hermes coil is not leaking in any sense, and it's not. It's brilliant. So that's good. We've got 90 litres of reverse osmosis water in here, or just under 90 litres according to that. Getting ready for tomorrow. So yeah, everything cleaned out. Water ready to clean a couple of firm cylinders out. What I'm going to do is about 50 litre brew tomorrow, but it's going to go into 2 of the Firmzilla all-rounders, and there'll be quite a lot of wastage because I'm going to do different sours. So this is a sour base, which I'm going to use a Philly sour, and then I'm going to add some fruit afterwards. Yeah, okay, that sort of makes sense. So quite a large grain bill. I will put all the vital statistics up on the screen together with the recipe, basically, of what I'm going to do, how I'm going to do it. But yeah, all seems to have bolted together quite well. I'm obviously, during the boil and beforehand, I'm going to circulate the water to avoid any stratification. I'll just show you what I mean by that. So this is set at 76 at the moment. If we turn the heater off, it won't pop on. So it's 76. Now what happens when I circulate in the HLT out through this pump and then back up through the top? Sorry for the flickering, by the way. So it's dropped 1.5 degrees ish. And if I gave it long enough to let it fully mix around, it will have lost 1 degree. Which, you know, 1 degree, well, it's 1.2 at the moment. But that's because of the different temperatures throughout here. And in a bigger vessel, this is only 90 litre, but it's only like a 600 litre HLT, the stratification can be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, sometimes 10%, which is why recirculating. So there you go, 75. So it's dropped 1 degree, and the same will happen on the. I'll turn that off now. Don't really need to have that on until tomorrow. Now that was just testing everything. The other thing I've noticed is these hold their temperature a lot better than the older ones over there. So yes, so tomorrow, give the Firmzillas another quick sanitation clean and stuff. I've got the lids in there soaking in Star San. Yeah, right, back tomorrow I guess for the first big brew. Sunday the 3rd. Oh, getting ready to dough in. Gonna dough in at about 76. I want this down to about 65, so it might be a little bit too warm, but unknown quantity, you see. So I'm bargaining on dropping it by about 10 degrees. We shall see. So that's my grain bill. That's my ladder that I'm going to step on in order to get to its backside, which will be a lot easier than trying to squeeze around the Valentine arm, etc. Well, like a fool, I put everything apart from the rice holes in first, so I should have put those in first. So it all got a little bit porridgey, so I chucked an extra 10 litres of water in, and I seem to have retrieved it. Doesn't seem to be too many doughy ballses, but I'm going to get myself a larger mash paddle at some point, because this one is A, bloody hard work, and B, too bloody small. Right, what we do need to do, pop this lid back on and then go, oh, if I don't kill myself falling off the step ladder, see what temperature we've got. 63.6, not too bad considering I've just been stirring the knackers off it. So we're going to bring the Herms into play. I've already bled the air out of it just by circulating the strike water, so we should now, provided we haven't got a completely stuck mash, start to see some recirculation going on. That's open, that's open, that's open, that's open. Yep, we're getting bits. Here we are. Superb. So run that through the Herms to get it up to 63.3. It won't take long coming through here to get up to. We've got a drip. Saw a drip. Thought I saw a drip. Might not have seen a drip. So yeah, good. We'll let that go, and then I'll put brand new. Let's give it a rinse off in Star San. Basically, it's just a tri-clamp fitting welded onto a round bit of stainless. It's going down. You should be going up. Not sure why that's not on. Right. Bit of diagnostics need to go on here. Well, we've had an hour's mash. Quite a loose mash, has to be said. And I'm now about to start the sparge. And here's the first flush of the new kit. Oh, we've got a leak. That's not good. Got a leak from this tap. Anyway, let's do the honourable thing and let that flush nice and clear. Beautiful. And then I'm not going to throttle it using that pump because it doesn't seem that valve, because I think we've got a leak around the seam, so that will have to come off afterwards, and I'll throttle the sparge. Not much of a sparge, is it? Still a bit pathetic, but steaming up. Right, so we'll leave that going, get that transfer going. Going to bring it up to somewhere hopefully around 60 to possibly 65. We shall see how much water we've left in the HLT, because that mash is really taking quite a lot of fluids. Good. I wasn't happy with that new sparge idea. Maybe it'll work better on a larger kit over there with a bit more pressure. But for now, I've returned to the old trusty holy ball. Transferring nicely. I was going to use the underback, but I've just throttled this right back and it doesn't seem to need it. Good. Well, that was a long transfer. I've taken the airlock out of here, starting to recircuit. When we're getting near the end of the boil, I'll recircuit through the plate chiller. This has been sanitized, but it's always good to pump some boiling water through it anyway. Yeah, I think, you know, about 60. It's difficult to tell, isn't it? 61 maybe, 61 litres. But I'm going to give it quite a long boil, similar to like a lambic-ish long boil. So I'm thinking maybe 90 minutes. We'll see. Seems to be taking forever to get up to temp, but I'm sure once it's there we'll get a rolling boil. And my measurements, my pre-boil measurements were 0.5 point off. I'll take that. I'll definitely take that. Right, well, 15 minutes, 20 minutes into the boil, and I think I should be probably about right with my estimate of where we're going to end up. So the main observation is don't accidentally flick stuff from your mash tun all over the place and get it jammed. And so, yeah, anyway, you don't want to hear about that. Main observation is this is full power. At 60 litres. So if I'm going to be talking in one of those bad boys over there, that one is the 200 litre. All that's got is two 3K elements, and same as this. There is no way that 6K is going to boil 180 odd litres, 160 litres. That's a real worry. So next week I feel it will be necessary to do some testing with water, boiling some water in that. Yeah, it's a worry. Right, back when it's time for the flame out, after which I'll have obviously put the protofloc and yeast nutrient in, which I forgot last time. Dickhead. 2 minutes to go before the protofloc and yeast nutrient, and just look at all those protein strings in there. Oh, if I start this going, right, this is going to get murky really quickly. Oh, so yeah, a minute till protofloc. Might as well chuck it in now. It's not going to hurt, is it? So we've got yeast nutrient and half a protofloc in there. In it. Good. 15 minutes, and then we'll be ready to start. I'm going to run it through the plate chiller first for about 5 minutes, and then I'm going to, instead of going recircling into here, I'll come out into the Firmzillas, which are currently sat in Starsan. Looks a bit murky in the Firmzilla, but as you look at the colour as it's coming out, I think that's pretty good. It's because we dragged a load of the protein out, and I haven't put a filter in here. I'm just going to nuke the plate chiller with caustic afterwards, because I had a bit of an accident. I'm going to take the mash tun off. I wouldn't normally, I'd just dig it out and then clean it, but I'm going to take it off, clean the whole of the top. Still half tempted to either put a sheet of stainless steel on the top or give it another coat of varnish and let it harden off for a week or so. But yeah, we're getting two fermentables. That's good. And the other handy thing about being able to brew slightly more than you need is those Stevenson Reeve hydrometers, or hydrometers. You've lost, well, you're pissing around best part of half a litre in a big glass measuring jug, and yeah, I haven't filmed using those because I'm frightened when I use them that I'll just accidentally knock one over, especially as I got the wrong one out. I started measuring with the wrong one for this, and then had to wash that, put it away, and then get the right one out, try it with the right one. Yeah. Have I hit my numbers? Yes, I'm half a point out. This is 10605, and because on the Stevenson Reeves you go to 5 places, 4 bits after your dot. So 1.0605. A lot of this is maltodextrin, don't forget, so that won't ferment out. I'm aiming for top end of 5 by the time it's finished fermenting and we've added the fruit, so it'll be quite a potent, that's the term I'm looking for, be quite a potent sour, but we'll see. I might have to revisit that when I go and look at my little calculations. But we're coming through at 21.9. I'm going to pitch at that. I'm going to chuck a couple of Philly sours in each one, and then into the fermentation fridge upstairs. I haven't been drinking today, honest, I haven't. Into the fermentation fridge upstairs, leave it at 20, 22, something like that. As you can see, this is starting to clear now. All the proteins are starting to drop to the bottom, so I'm going to give it a good shaky, and then see where we go with the ferment. I've got a float in each one. Right, pretty much done then. Postscript on the brew day then. What did I think? It's a lovely kit. It's beautiful. And do I miss? Yes, I do. Not a lot at the moment. This is gonna be the pilot kit, definitely. Beautiful. Worked a treat. I need to put a video up about it actually, because I've bought one of the new Blickman pumps with tri-clamp fittings, and it's got a little, never mind, I'll show you the video one day, maybe, hopefully. Brew went really well. It's 24 hours on now, and is it 24? I don't know. Shows it's 48 hours on now. Today, Tuesday. So I've been writing lots recently and not really paying very much attention. So 48 hours on. The Philly sour has just started to kick in properly, sort of like late last night. So that's doing well. I do like the idea of being able to do a couple of small Firmzillas or one big Firmzilla with this kit, or potentially, as I've said, one of these. But I do need to get the glycol chiller in there. I can get the glycol chiller in, where are they? That. That's going to be all right. But you know what I've been playing with today? That's for another video. Yes, good kit that Chris and I, well, Chris did all the real work. I knocked the holes, and then Chris welded the bits and stuff in. So yes, I'm pleased with it. Have to admit, I'm pleased with it. Where do we go next? Well, next, the next video you might see. Actually, no, I'm not going to bait you, because I could just bait you in, couldn't I? Like a master. I could have been the absolute master back.
Are you going to do anything about the ambulances waiting and the people dying out? Well, don't you think 12 years is long enough?
Yes, and we
12 years, you've done bugger all about it. People have died, and all you've done is nothing.